Hey, can you guys hear me? Shit, I'm gonna mirror. I can hear myself on stream. Yeah, can you guys hear me? All right, cool. Cool. Ugh. So what's up, guys? Leafy has no chin. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Already off to a great start. Screen share cameraman. Just trying to get the chat going here. Because there's a better way to view the chat. Pop out chat. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking commies keep getting in my way. Well, surprise, motherfuckers. Happy fucking birthday. Vaporeons, yes, I remember you. Yeah, so this'll just be a Q&A. We'll do a Q&A for about 30 minutes. Then I'll bring on Keo and Cyanide Blizzard, and we will just answer questions and fuck around. I will also be revealing all the content I'm dropping in January, which is fun. What do I think of Gravity Falls? I haven't seen it. How long would it take me to make an angry comments video, reading an angry comments? I don't know. That would take a long time. And if you follow me on Twitter, you already see all the comments because I post them on there. Have I seen Kill la Kill? No. I might soon. What are my thoughts? Fuck you, Ash. What are my thoughts on Suicide Squad? I liked it. I like it less now than I did when I left the theater, but I still like it. I don't think it's a great fucking movie, but you know. Drake of the 99 Dragons or Rascal. Maybe one day I'll do a review of either of those. Rascal's pretty bad, and so is Drake. Drake is an awful piece of shit. Will you do movie reviews? No, I was gonna bring back the movie reviews next year, but it's too much. It's way too fucking much. I wouldn't be able to keep up the level of content that I do if I started doing movie reviews. It'd be like a video a month, and that would be terrible. I'm gonna go watch Rogue One on like fucking Friday, Ash. A brief picture of SAO2. We'll get to SAO2. Have I ever watched any of the Star Wars? Yeah, I've seen every Star Wars film. I'm a big Star Wars fan. Drake of the 99 Dragons has a PC version. Yeah, it does. It does have a Microsoft Windows version. I'll try to get my hands on that. Although whether it works on Windows 7, who knows? Who's the worst character in Code Geass, Lelouch or Suzaku? Probably Suzaku. Suzaku's really fucking bad. I'll see you, Brandon. You can catch the stream probably tomorrow. I mean, this will be up probably at 11 p.m. Eastern because that's when we're going to end, and I'll just straight post it back up there. What's your favorite Star Wars? A New Hope. A New Hope is my favorite Star Wars film. I don't think it's better than Empire, but it is my favorite Star Wars film. When will you review Undertale? I'm not sure. Maybe next month. I need some content for next month. So, what do you think of poor table Kun in Code Geass? Let me tell you about the table scene in Code Geass. If that happened in practically any other anime, that anime would be condemned until the end of fucking time. Have I played Shaq Fu? Yeah, there's a Shaq Fu DX fan 619 plays. Just look it up on the Yahoo. Look it up on the YouTube search. Will you ever do a face reveal? I'm sure at one point. I'm not going to make a big deal about it either. You're just going to see my face in a random review. I'm never going to announce it. It'll just be completely random. What's your favorite game, OST? Maybe Unreal Tournament or, I don't know, maybe Parasite Eve. Fear also ranks high up there. Fear's an interesting soundtrack. Are you interested in the Nintendo Switch? No, not really. I'm not a console guy, and even if I was, It doesn't, it's not terribly interesting. I hope it does well though. What's the worst game of 2016? Fuck, who knows? Face of Hope Underground. What consoles do I own? None. Actually, that's a lie. I have my PS2 in my closet in my room. Suck it, commie bitches. Shantae, yes. Cyanide, yes. I've heard great things about Shantae, and I've been meaning to play some platformers. Since I don't have any Nintendo consoles, I can't play, tried and true Mario games anymore. So, what's your favorite game? Unreal Tournament from 1999. Although, man, I don't even know, man. Overwatch has got me in a fucking bend right now. I fucking love Overwatch. How many people do we have in here? Let's see. 62 of you, glorious bastards. Do you want Digital Homicide to make another game so I can review it? No. Never. Never. Digital Homicide can stay Digital Homicide. Did you get the 2DS? No, I actually didn't end up getting a 2DS. I was going to get one, but no, I didn't end up getting it. I'd probably just go for the straight 3DS. What's your favorite Rogue Warrior quote? I don't know. Maybe the one where he tells people to suck his balls and wrap them around his fucking mouth or something like that. I don't know. Found any more shitty games recently outside of Steam? Yeah, I have a subscriber named Tech, great guy, who has compiled a list of like these horrendous Russian games that I think none of them are on Steam. It's absolutely terrible. What do you think of Watch Dogs? You'll know in February, I think, because I'm doing a video on Watch Dogs. It's a game. What games are you looking forward to in 2017? 2 games. Resident Evil 7 and Agents of Mayhem. Those are the only 2 games I'm looking forward to. Have I ever played a Resident Evil? Yeah, I've played pretty much every Resident Evil game. Yeah, I've played a lot of Mario games. I think, I don't know what my favorite Mario game is. The first game I ever played was Super Mario Bros. Deluxe on the Game Boy, so that one has a soft spot in my heart, but I love either Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3. Those are always the 2 that I end up referring to. SAO is getting an actual movie. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Of course, Sword Art Online is getting a film. I mean, it's uber popular. It makes a lot of money for A1 Pictures. So, I have not seen One Punch Man. Did you get Mario Run? Nah. I don't use my phone enough I don't use my phone to game at all. So, did your opinion of the Doom movie change? I don't know. The Doom movie is not good by any stretch of the imagination. I don't hate it right now. But is it a good movie? Nah, not really. It doesn't help that it's based entirely on Doom 3. I don't hate Doom 3, but I think if they were going to make a Doom film, they should have just made it about the first 2 games. And something you'll note about the Doom film is that even Doom 3 has a plot where it's basically one guy who, meets characters later on through the story campaign. But Doom, if you look at Doom and the Resident Evil film, they are practically the same fucking film. And that really, really bothers me. Favorite anime character, probably Motoko Kusanagi or, I don't know, Shinji from Evangelion. Best villain, Cottonmouth, Kilgrave, or Kingpin. That's a hard one. Probably Kingpin. I love Kilgrave, and I really liked Cottonmouth as well. The Godzilla game from 2014 is only on PS4. I don't hate the Star Wars prequels, no. I mean, the Star Wars prequels aren't good. You know what? Maybe I hate Attack of the Clones, because that's a fucking horrendous movie. I was talking about that like a few days ago. What did I think about YouTube Rewind? I saw it until that damn Daniel guy came out of that van, and then I clicked it off immediately. It was fucking awful. I have not played Knights of the Old Republic. I think I own both of them, actually. I have them both on Steam. Thoughts on the new Quake? It looks interesting. It might be following the hero shooter trend that we see now, though. I'd have to play it. Games I hated and came back to and then loved them. None. I don't think I've ever played a game I really disliked, come back to it and liked it. Do I think that 2016 was a good year or bad year for video games? 2016 is potentially the best year for video games in a really, really, really long time, especially for first-person shooters. It took 10 fucking years, but we finally rejected Call of Duty, and good riddance. It's been a long time coming. Am I looking forward to the Punisher Netflix series? Hell yeah. I've seen all the Marvel Netflix series. I love all of them. Attack of the Clones is... Is there going to be a worst games of 2016? No. I'm not really interested in making a list. And I don't think I've played enough bad games from 2016 to make an entire list. RPGs have had a giant step backward. Yeah, Ash, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, we've talked about this. Shooters did move forward, but RPGs have taken a step back. Have I seen Star Wars The Clone Wars? I think I might have seen like half of season 1 of the show. I haven't seen the movie. I heard the movie's bad, but the show is really good. Yeah. I have to go back and rewatch the show, or watch what's left of the show. What capture card do I use for my computer? None. I used, up until every video I've made so far, every video from Velvet Assassin onwards, I've used OBS, and now I'm using Shadowplay. Shadowplay is fucking incredible. Shadowplay is absolutely amazing. Let me go into let me see, because I'm doing a video on a game, and I've already finished capturing for the game. And let's see how many hours versus how many gigabytes. So, okay, I've got 9 hours of gameplay footage from this game. The gameplay looks absolutely incredible, and it's only about 151 gigabytes of memory on the computer, which is pretty brilliant. Have I seen any good shonen? Yeah, Kakaishi is an average shonen, but I like it. The original Dragon Ball is a decent shonen. I'd say the first 2 arcs of Dragon Ball Z are really, really fun stuff to watch. I think it's of average to somewhat above average content, but it's really good. The first arc of Bleach, or the first big arc of Bleach, which would be the Soul Society arc, is really good. Full Metal Alchemist, One Piece. Yeah, good shonen exist. Is Bubsy 3D still the worst game? Yeah. I will update the 20 worst games when I play a game worse than Bubsy 3D. Should I buy Battlefield 1? I don't know. It looks good. It looks all right, but I haven't tried it. Everyone I've talked to about it seems to like it. Have I ever played Vampire the Masquerade? No. But based on all the videos I've seen, Ethos just made a really good video on it. I think I will play it. And Planetscape, I haven't played that one. I have not seen all of Avatar: The Last Airbender. When did I start becoming a PC gamer? At the age of 13. My first ever PC game was Unreal Tournament. Do I hunt in real life? No. Have I seen Dragon Ball Super? Hell no. What do I think of Guilty Crown? Terrible. Is the third birthday still the 20th spot? No. The third birthday would not be on a new list, and I don't even stand by putting it on the 20th spot for the worst games. I've never seen the Airbender movie. What's worse, Animal Soccer World or Code Geass? Code Geass is worse simply because it's longer. I've never heard of Kamikaze Kaito Gene. What are my thoughts on Resident Evil 7? Blaze. I like everything I've seen from Resident Evil 7 so far. It looks really, really interesting. It looks like a remake in some ways of Resident Evil, which is always fine by me because I love that game. It's probably my favorite survival horror game. Will I ever do a review of Drive on PS4? No, I don't have a PlayStation 4. Have I tried No Man's Sky? No. Even No Man's Sky is on PC, and I've got a GTX 1070 now. I'm not trying out No Man's Sky. Have I played the School Days visual novel? No. Why did you move on to shitty Steam games? that was just natural progression because I finally got a computer that could play those games. It went from shitty 8-bit games and 16-bit games eventually to just the games on Steam. Have I played Mindjack? Yes, I've played some of Mindjack when I still had my PlayStation 3. It's fucking terrible. I've got Mindjack sitting somewhere around this room. I don't know where it is, but I've got my PlayStation 3 copy of Mindjack that I bought for like $3. LJN or Phoenix Games. Probably LJN is better. Resident Evil 4 is, in my opinion, a great game. I'm not in love, I think, with Resident Evil 4 right now, but I think it's a pretty fantastic game. Have I ever played Silent Hill? Yes. I need to go back and replay the first Silent Hill. Yeah. Will I do a Silent Hill review? Maybe. Maybe. Season 3 of Code Geass is coming. Yeah, unfortunately so. What's the worst RPG I've ever played? I don't know. I'm not an RPG guy. I've played a few of them, but I don't know. Is there an oversaturation of oversized tits in anime? I don't think so. You can never have enough tits, man. Come on. You ever play Bulletstorm? No, but I will be buying the Bulletstorm remaster, I think. What sites do I use for anime? Crunchyroll, Netflix primarily. I saw all of Sword Art Online 2 on Netflix. And occasionally I use great high-quality anime piracy with Kiss Anime. What are my thoughts on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I've only seen about 7 episodes. I like it, I guess. It's not bad. I have to formulate more thoughts on it as I watch it. Yeah, I'll probably play more bad AAA games. Current state of the WWE. I haven't seen WWE in like 2 years, so. How about Watch Dogs 2? I have not played Watch Dogs 2. I got it with my card. I sold it, and that's that. Do I plan on reviewing any romance anime? No, not that I can think of right now. Yeah, Skyrim could easily be considered one of the worst or one of the better games on PS3. Yeah, Skyrim's a polarizing game to a couple people. Have I ever watched Prison School? Kudu. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Yes, I have. I have a video on Prison School. Am I looking forward to Death Stranding if it comes out on PC? No, because Death Stranding is a series of really cool looking trailers. We know fuck all about the game, so I can't look forward to something I don't know anything about. What's my favorite Fear game? Fear Online, of course, you know. Have I ever played any I've played many visual novels. Yeah, I guess I've played all the Phoenix Wright games except for I think the 3 newer ones. I've played the originals. I played through all of 999. I need to play more visual novels, obviously, but I do like the ones I've played. Worst 8-bit game I've ever played. I mean, who the fuck knows? Action 52, I guess. Worst game of 2016. I don't know, man. Like I said, probably the Face of Hope Underground. I don't know. Jesus. What type of hentai do I have for review? None. I don't think I'll ever review a hentai. Maybe as a joke or a meme, I'll review a hentai. But I mean, hentai has a very specific purpose, and all hentai seem to fulfill that purpose very well. So, I mean, why bother reviewing a hentai when they're not really trying to be anything else? Do you consider using Funimation? Yeah, I've seen Funimation post some of their anime on YouTube. I've seen some of them like that. Does Bubsy Fractured Furry Tales get a rest in piss or bullshit? I don't know. I haven't played it in a lot of years. Maybe a rest in piss because it's god awful platform, or maybe a bullshit. I don't know. Do I follow Lucha Underground? No, unfortunately. If it was on Netflix, I'd probably have seen it all already. Have you seen Soul Eater? I've read a couple of the Soul Eater novels. I mean the manga, and it's I have to go back and rewatch it. I haven't played God Hand, unfortunately, and I haven't played No More Heroes. If I had to rate Wyatt Derp on the shit scale, maybe a 0 out of 10. I mean, there's nothing redeeming about. That's the thing about Wyatt Derp and all these other bullshit games that make it onto Steam. I can't consider them games because they're not fucking games. They're like unfinished, crude projects that some asshole put on the fucking market. Have I played The Last Guardian? No. Will I review Batman Arkham Knight on PC? Maybe. Probably not anytime next year because I mean I'd still have to get through the first 3. Scoria in the house, the best meme ever. Ugh, old memes, man. Old memes. Thoughts on the Walking Dead TV show? I like season 1. I like season 2. Season 3 is bad. I love season 4. I like season 5, and I really liked of what I remember of season 6. Street Warriors Online. I have never heard of Street Warriors Online. Sorry. Can you eat my ass? No, I won't. Have I played Final Fantasy? Yeah, I've played a couple Final Fantasy games. What microphone do I use and at what setting? Blue Yeti at Cardioid. What made you want to do a YouTube channel? I don't know. I mean, I've been on YouTube. Here's the thing. I've been making videos since 2013, but I've been on YouTube since like 2008 on one channel or another. I've been on YouTube for an extremely long fucking time, and I think that's a long story in and of itself. Maybe I'll get to it one day. Have I ever watched Psycho Pass? Yes, Psycho Pass is great. When do you think 4.0 is coming? If that's referring to Evangelion 4.0, who the fuck knows? Maybe next year, maybe never. What's the worst digital homicide game? I don't know. Maybe that Unicorn game, or maybe Galactic Hitman. What are my PC specs? Off the top of my head, I've got 10 gigs of RAM, a GTX 1070, an i7 960, a 750 watt PSU, and an EVGA motherboard, but I don't remember which one. I'd have to go back into my specs to see. Have I ever seen Initial D? No. Is Sword Art Online 2 still happening? Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get to the content drops. So in January, I'm publishing a shit ton of videos, and among those videos will finally fucking be, let me pull it up here. Anime I fucking hate, Sword Art Online 2 Part 2, the Caliber and Mother's Rosario arcs. Let's do it. I'm putting up the thumbnail on the in the chat, I should say. I'm also doing a video on the 2013 Tomb Raider, which I fucking love. I absolutely love Tomb Raider 2013. I just played through it again. I'm also doing a video on how height is used in anime and our perception of height, which is pretty interesting. And I'm also doing another video on The Darkness 2. Like, I'm doing a full analysis on The Darkness 2. I don't know what it's going to be called yet, but I do have the thumbnail. All right. Do I think Evangelion 3.0 is legitimately bad? Yeah, and I've seen people defend 3.0 by saying, well, we don't know about 4.0. There's a bunch of things they don't explain in 3.0 that they could have explained in the film. And even from a direction standpoint, 3.0 is terrible. There's like that scene... There's that fucking scene at the end of the film with Mari when she's trying to drink juice inside one of the Ava units when the thing is already flooded with liquid. It's for fuck's sake. The link is broken. Really? If they are, my bad. Have I played the first Darkness game? No, but I really do want to play the first Darkness game. It's only on, I think it actually, no, it's on PS3 and 360. I'll have to get around to that. Do I think the Mother's Rosario arc was good? You'll have to watch the video. You'll have to watch the video. Will I do Sonic 06? Probably, if I get a console by next year and I buy the capture equipment. What don't I like about Gurren Lagann? It's not. I mean, it's the writing is shit, and it's not just that the writing is shit, because you can have simple writing. Not saying that Gurren Lagann has simple writing because the writing is bad, but you can have simple writing and still be good. Afro Samurai has simple writing and it's still a fun spectacle of a series. But I don't even think Gurren Lagann is fun. Like, I just think it borders on bad to boring. When will I stop using Blender for thumbnails? I don't know. Whenever I get around to learning 3ds Max, I don't fucking know. Someday I'll use fucking Mental Ray and V-Ray for my renders and not cycles. Do I speak another language? Yeah, I speak Spanish. The first Darkness game is also on PC. No, it is not. No, it is not. Do not mislead people. It is not on PC. I wish it was, but it isn't. Do I watch Alpha Omega Sin? Yeah, I watch Alpha Omega Sin. Yeah, when I can. I'm subscribed to him. Am I gonna review more Phoenix games? I don't know. Probably not. Probably fucking not. No. Have I ever broken anything while doing any of these videos at some point? No, I don't think so. I don't throw things. And I think at one point I punched my copy of Resident Evil 4, but I didn't really fuck that up. Big Order. Holy fucking shit, Big Order is Big Order. I saw an episode of Big Order and I'm not watching the rest of Big Order. Keo, I told Keo, it's like, hey man, let's watch Big Order for a review, and he's like fucking refusing. He refused to watch Big Order. Will I review the Boondocks? Probably not. I love the Boondocks though. Have I ever heard of Killer Keemstar? No, I've never heard of the YouTuber named Keemstar. What's your least favorite of the big three anime? I don't know. Maybe Bleach is probably the worst from a writing standpoint. So, what's my favorite genre of music? Probably drum and bass. The best horror game I've ever played? I don't know. Probably between Resident Evil 1 and maybe Condemned. I still hold Condemned in very, very high regard. Even though I don't like the last mission of the game, I think Condemned is... And I didn't really get to go too in-depth into Condemned when I talked about it, but Condemned is a hell of a fucking game. Will I delete my channel at 50 million subs? Yeah, of course. Do you work another part-time job? No. I am fortunate enough to have fans who watch the ads on the videos, and I don't really need to. I make quite a decent sum from YouTube alone. CW's Arrow or Flash TV show. Yeah, I'm not watching the current seasons, but I've seen everything up to that. Arrow season 4 is horrible. Flash season 2 I really liked. Why is Code Geass shit, in my opinion? Too many reasons. Oh, right. By the way, let me see if I can pull this up. I don't think you guys on YouTube know about this. If you follow me on Twitter, you've definitely seen me talk about this, but I don't think that the people of YouTube know that I'm actually doing this. Let me see. Let me see if I can bring this up. And damn, I don't think I can. Let me see if I can bring this up. Photos, videos, Call of Duty. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Where is this shit? I had the thumbnail prepped, but I lost it. Give me a second. There we go. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Hopefully you guys can see this. Review Nuclear Throne. I've never heard of Nuclear Throne. Do I play sports games? No, I don't like sports games. I don't like racing games. Blow My Cock. Blow My Cock Studios. I mean, that's got to be what it stands for, right? Vaporeans, I noticed you. Am I going to review the rest of RWBY? Maybe. I might do a video on the rest of RWBY. Bleachverse is the worst Bleach. Hellverse is the worst Bleach movie, undoubtedly. Have I played Shadow the Hedgehog? Yeah, I've played a couple of those. Have I a couple of those? Yeah, I played a couple of the missions, and it's bad. Are there going to be any more 500 words videos? No, the 500 words videos have been replaced by actually long-form video game content, like the Condemned video I did, the Kane and Lynch video I did, the Tomb Raider video I'm doing, the video I'm doing on the Darkness 2. What do I think of supply drops in COD? Oh, God. Activision greed. That's all I can say. All right, it's 9:30, so let me bring these men. Let me bring Keo and Cyanide Blizzard into this. All right. Oh, I was about to close the stream like an idiot. Let me get these men. How old am I? I'm 21. All right. All right, these two should be in here any second now. Go back to the chat. The Dupe Master makes his entrance, of course. Have I ever played System Shock? I've played a very, very small amount of the very first System Shock and a very small amount of System Shock 2. I would like to play more. Peace out, Joker. Like I said, you can check out the rest of this. It'll be online soon. It will be online after this, actually. All right. What do I think of Death Note? I like the very first arc of Death Note. I hate the second arc of Death Note. I think it's pretty fucking bad. Who is
Fight
it?
me.
No, the second arc of Death Note is not bueno. No.
Well, what could you do after Light? I mean, where do you go from there?
I mean, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Welcome, Cyanide Blizzard, to the stream.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. Congratulations, 30K. It was going to happen because you are that damn good.
Yes, yes. I feel like Kirito being showered in compliments by everyone.
Oni-chan, Sugoi.
Oni-chan, holy shit. Will I do a review on Tokyo Ghoul now? I mean, that seems like an easy target at this point. Beyond the SAO2 review that I'm doing, I'm not going to be reviewing any more of these fucking A1 Pictures light novel adaptations. Garbage. Thoughts on Code Geass Season 3? How about no thoughts on Code Geass Season 3? Showered in 2 years of semen. Jesus. What do I think is worse, a video game based off a movie or a movie based off a video game? Cyanide, what are your thoughts? I think movies based off video games are very, very much worse.
Yeah, they're getting kind of better. At least they're moving in a better direction. You know, but without it, we wouldn't have gotten Super Mario Brothers or Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh,
so,
how would you make a shallow blank slate like Kirito and Bell more interesting? Oh, Christ. That's a long explanation. But
where do you begin, DX?
Yeah, like, where do you begin with characters like Kirito and Bell? I mean, holy shit. You have to change the entire dynamic of the series because these characters are treated like gods. So the change begins right there. I mean, level their characters and don't make Kirito the best player in the game for 3 arcs, and you might have something on your hands. Favorite Ubisoft game? I don't know. I don't know. Is Ghost in the Shell Online going to die soon? Probably not. Right? I mean,
it's got that Motoko skin. It's gonna exist forever.
Right, the $90 Motoko skin where you can see your ass.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Motoko's great behind.
Jesus.
Yeah, Odin Sphere is great stuff. DX, did you ever get a chance to play Odin Sphere for PS2?
No, I have actually never heard of Odin Sphere.
Ooh, so there's this company, Vanillaware, who was founded by George Kamitami, I believe. He used to work at Atlas. I think he did some work for Capcom. But the big thing with those games is that's almost like, I guess, Sakuga in game form. They're very fluid. They're very smooth. They have a really polished look to them. Odin Sphere is sort of a side-scrolling Norse-based story. But yeah, very, very beautiful visuals, very stunning to look at visually, but it's also very fun gameplay-wise. They also did another one, I can't think of the name right now, but it's basically like an RTS, except for the console, and it actually works, which is weird to say because RTS and console don't work. It's like first person when it first came out for console. So yeah, but definitely, I'll link you up afterwards. You may be interested in it, so.
Yeah,
They
looks
have
interesting.
a very Western feel to them while still also being very Japanese. Sorry.
What's my Steam?
Ooh.
What is it? DX from YouTube, I think. I'll just post it in the chat. Give me a second. You can answer some stuff here. Give me a second.
Oh my. Well, have you actually watched Sword of the Stranger or Shogeki no Soma, the food one where when the women eat the food they orgasm?
No. Sword of the Stranger sounds really good though.
I think it is pretty good stuff from what I remember. So, oh, okay. How about this? Thoughts on Blue Exorcist season 2? It's gonna be coming out here pretty soon.
I saw A1 pictures, I think, and I ran for the hills. So,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited. There's something about it I enjoy. It appeals to the fan in me that got into shonens. Like, was a really big Dragon Ball Z fan. I remember even buying bootleg versions of the movies before they came out. I was like, dude, you gotta see the Brawly movie. It's great.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh. Those were the days.
Would you ever try God Hand on PS2 emulation? Probably. That's probably the only way I'd try it. I have a television in my living room that's huge, and I tried to play Resident Evil 4 recently on there for my PS2. It looked like the inside of an asshole. It looks fucking awful. You can't scale up a game like that. It looks so fucking bad. What do I think about the Funimation Crunchyroll partnership? I guess that's good. It's good for anime fans, I guess, based on what I know of it.
There's a really good question. Does your opinion on Fairy Tail still stand?
Yes.
Yes. Well,
It's stronger now, I guess.
hey, I own like the first 20 DVDs. Fight me, IRL.
Jeez, God. What's your favorite anime sign? Somebody's asking.
Oh boy, I think I really have a favorite. There's a lot of them I like. Trigun holds a very special place. Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star. Those were the ones that really made me big fans. So.
Keo, oh, this is a great question for you. I don't know if you're going to talk, Keo, but he's asking you about Another. What do you think about Another? Ooh. Holy shit.
Another was funny. In my opinion, if Another were to be considered a comedy, it would be a very good one. Unfortunately, it's not a comedy, so it's not very good.
Best horror comedy ever.
Jeez, Another's a fucking waste of time, honestly. It's like the reveal doesn't justify watching the entire series, honestly.
In my opinion, the best way to experience Another would be to simply YouTube the death scenes and just watch all of those, because those are just a thing of beauty.
Yeah. Least favorite anime you've ever had to review? Probably Mirai Nikki. I suffered through the last couple episodes of Mirai Nikki. That was a fucking... I don't know how I finished all that shit.
No, you are going to be doing an anime I fucking hate on Code Geass, and that's 2 seasons.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Because I know how you feel about that, so.
It's like, I'd rather watch Sword Art Online, I think, honestly, because, I mean, Sword Art Online is so empty and it's so fucking bullshit that... Like, you don't have to think to really see any of the problems in Code Geass. I mean, in Sword Art Online, you have to pay attention to Code Geass because it tries to be a fucking political drama and utterly fails, in my opinion.
Yes, I gotta ask you here. Someone mentioned the Monogatari series, which is Bakemonogatari, Nisei Monogatari, so on and so forth. Have you watched any of them?
I saw an episode of Bakemonogatari, I think. And I was going to watch
it immediately.
Yeah, I dropped it because it's just, terrible. It's absolutely terrible. No, I'm kidding. No, I had dropped it. I just didn't have the time. Like, I dropped everything I was watching because I had to. I think it was because of fucking Kane and Lynch 2. I had to finish that video, so I dropped everything I was watching. The Rogue Warrior sequel. That's never happening. It's never happening, unfortunately.
We'll make it happen. You're just going to backdoor it. It's going to gain so much publicity. They're going to be like, it's in demand. We have to do it.
You know what? I'm gonna go to Steam Spy right now and see how many people own Rogue Warrior on Steam. Hold on.
Ooh, this ought to be an interesting number.
Rogue Warrior
Have
with
you-
the God, Mickey Rourke. Yeah.
Have you watched either The Irregular at Magic High School or Madoka Magica?
No. Irregular at bullshit high school. I hear is absolute fucking dog shit.
Is
But I
that
mean, come
Mahoka?
on.
Is that what most people call it?
Yeah, Mahoka
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
The one where the guy is incredibly overpowered and suave, so everybody loves him, including his sister.
Fuck. And Madoka, I haven't seen that. What, Kia? What's your favorite anime?
Shitcom.
Shit. Well, I haven't heard of that one.
I put in the
I
chat.
have.
You guys should watch it. 2 minutes on YouTube. Best experience you'll ever have.
I'm on it right now. Hold on.
Have you watched Erased? Yeah, I did a video on Erased. Erased is more average the very second you talk about it. What's the worst part of Sword Art Online? Where to begin?
Okay, Spiral Power is a really good point. There's this great scene in Green the anime. You guys are gonna love it. It's group of guys get locked in this room and it's hot and they start hallucinating. And what ensues is hysterical, uncomfortable, and awkward all at the same time.
I've heard of that one. I thought about doing a video on that one, but it got killed by the Mirai Nikki review. Once I like saw like the first episode or something of Mirai Nikki, I knew I was gonna do that one.
Telling you, just Mirai Nikki ruined everything.
Mirai Nikki is a marvel, to be honest. Like how, not only just how people turned on it over the last 2 years on the internet, but how it was ever regarded as good to begin with is, in my opinion, nothing short of incredible.
I could see from the beginning elements because it's got kind of those things where, you know, oh, it's a sweet girl, but she's actually psychotic, and you get trapped in this like death games. You're like, oh, but like you said, when you kind of like peel back those like hype elements that you could get really excited about, and you really look at it, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
You know, carried the show for a lot of people, so I think that speaks to what people saw in the show for those who liked it.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good question I got for you, DX, here, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Can a strong character or character that's really admired make up for some faults of a show? Like if a character is really strong or well done?
I want to say no. That's not to say that the series wouldn't be enjoyable, but can a character, I don't know, I think they can mask it on a pure entertainment level, but like on a critical level, probably not, no. I'm trying to think of an anime like that.
A lot of people feel that way about Medica Box. If either of you have seen or read that,
I have read it and seen it. It gets
you know the character
delightful.
I'm referring to.
I know exactly who you're talking about when you refer to the moment you gave that example. I'm like, I know who you're talking about.
That's I haven't seen it myself, but that's one of the classic examples I think of when people say like, yeah, this character, and I think he like legitimately did save like Medica Box, 'cause I think it was doing poorly until this said character was introduced or something. I could be wrong about that.
I think yeah, for the manga especially that was the case because
Yeah,
it was a shift and then it was kind of meh, but then all of a sudden it was like, oh, so I mean, yeah, it poses an interesting question, especially like you said for entertainment value, and I think that's especially on the series too, depending upon the direction. Obviously, if it's a strong narrative or character development, you know, you can't just have one bad character. But if there's enough other elements, though, sorry, I'm sidetracking.
No, you bring up an interesting point because Guilty Crown has a character that is fun to watch, and the entire series is shit, but I liked watching that one character. He had like purple hair or something. Kyo, do you remember what his name was?
Yes, I know who you're. What was his name?
No, I don't know who you're talking about.
Something Waltz. Sekai Makoto Waltz or something like that.
Sorry, what show is this? I zoned out.
Guilty Crown.
Guilty Crown.
Okay.
And that
Am I muted?
character.
Can they not hear me?
Can you guys not hear Keo?
We can hear him, but
Yeah, we can hear him, but can you guys?
No, I don't know.
Thoughts on filler? Jesus.
yeah, I can hear you. I just unmuted the chat, so sounds like you're coming in okay. A little softer, but
Thoughts on tentacles in anime? They're the best.
which, speaking of tentacles, I saw someone mentioned Anohana. That was really good stuff. Early A1, but done really well. So I don't know if either of you have gotten the chance to see that.
Unfortunately, not. I think I've heard good things about it though.
Oh, okay. DX, what do you think about the Fate series? Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero.
Never, haven't touched, and the core. Based on everything Keo's told me, I will not. I will.
No, you should
not.
give it a try.
But
No.
Saber, best girl.
You should give it a try because
Rin, best tsundere.
because it has Fate Zero, as far as I'm aware, has Urobuchi's paws all over it. So if you like psychopaths, I'm sure like there's something in Fate Zero for you.
Ura Butcher, the greatest.
Butcher, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd say like I'll admit I don't like Fate Zero, but I think you should give it a shot. You might like it. Not super long either. It's like 24, 25 episodes, I think, in total.
Yeah, roughly around there.
Fam,
Yeah, it's psychopaths length.
That's a lot of episodes, fam.
That is a lot of episodes. But we have something that's more important and we need to get to the heart of. People need to know, is Mio from K-On! Still best girl?
Yes, until the end of time. I hear Keo likes Mugi. He'll never admit it, but he loves her.
I like pickled radishes.
Pickled red.
What's your favorite game of 2016? Has to be Overwatch, I guess. I mean, I don't even fucking own the game yet, and it's ridiculously fun based on what I played of it. Have I seen Kiss Exis? No. How many anime girls would you fuck? None.
No waifus?
No
DX
waifus. I mean, Austin-chan, you know, I have a sweet spot for her, but no,
That's true.
it's fucking ridiculous. No.
Cook, so I
He has
can't call you
husbandos. That's why he doesn't have waifus.
she can cook, right? Like I remember watching that episode of Sword Art Online when she like invites Kirito over to her place, and she's like, I'm gonna cook, and she taps the fucking food with the knife, and it gets chopped up into pieces. It's like so terrible. They never even address the cooking skills. Is absolutely terrible. Watch Mojo may have gotten that one right if they called Overwatch the best game of the year. I mean, look, that's entirely subjective, and you can't even compare Overwatch to like a single player game like Doom in my mind. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's done surprisingly well for itself. As in terms of the best game, as you said, like even first person alone, there's been a lot of life rejuvenated into the genre. Doom did a fantastic job. You know, it's I was pleasantly surprised with the current. It's not this year technically, but the Rise of the Tomb Raider, the re-release, they've done a really nice job with that. So, but yeah, no, Overwatch has surpassed a lot of expectations I had, and it's still going strong. The community is still decent. They're still doing new, different content as well. So, like they have the holiday thing going on, so they have the May Snowball thing as well for the arcade-based stuff, which is fun. Just trying to convince DX to get on there. So
Soon.
What about you, Kyo?
Yeah.
Have you played Overwatch?
No.
Why the hell not?
Why aren't you maining Reaper, fam? Please.
I mean, I wouldn't main Reaper because I'm not an edgy fuck, but I'm just kidding. Maybe I would. No, I just haven't bought it yet, which I'll probably buy it soon.
Ninja Bread Man was supposed to be the games I fucking hate for December. Kane and Lynch 2 was far worse, and kind of like gave me a mental breakdown with how fucking terrible it was. So I don't know. That game was fucking terrible. What's better, SAO or Chronexia?
Did you even watch the Chronexia thing?
I've seen it. I've seen it all now. It's many words I could use to describe the Chronexia anime, even without taking into consideration how it looks because of its budget.
I suppose SAO would have the advantage of actually being an anime.
You know, that's a good point. Favorite villain in anime? I could say something really edgy, sort of online related, but I don't say it.
Do it.
Keo knows what it. Keo's the one who's told this shit to me. Who's the real villain of the Mother's Rosario arc is, but I'm not gonna say it.
No. You can't leave your audience in suspense now.
No, if you've seen the Mother's Rosario arc, you know who the real villain of the arc is. Oh, Death Gun maybe. Death Gun's fun. And he shares his name with his gun. And
you know who else shares their name with their gun?
Who?
Panty from Panty and Stocking, which I just find to be very, I don't know, that's just a very funny thing in my mind.
It's interesting. I gotta watch that show. A lot of people have asked me about that show. Some people, I got a comment, I think, saying recently that somebody despised it.
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, it's toilet humor, the show, so
It is.
I guess people would despise that.
What advice can you provide for writing good characters? Oh, that's a loaded question. That's a lot of questions. I mean, PM me on YouTube. Maybe I can help you there. SAO is planned to have a live-action show to be released in North America. Look, it's going to be fucking terrible. I can't imagine a world where just not even an SAO series, but an SAO series produced in here, like that. How?
No, think about it. Think about it for a moment, though. We're gonna go like WB, total teen drama and angst. So now, if you think about it, generally they don't develop the characters. You know, usually everything is kind of put off to the side. But in this case, they'll actually be developing, focusing on the bonds. They'll be corny and cheesy, but they will focus on them.
God.
I dare say it might actually improve. I would put money down on that.
How could you make it worse? That's a good point. It's like, how could you do Sword Art Online worse than it already is?
Because yeah, like what is it? It's like for the first arc when you first off the first 8 episodes are like 2 years of time in the game. So you're like, oh, okay.
The live action Attack on Titan movie. Look, if I don't know. Look, the Japanese film industry was not equipped to make an Attack on Titan film. They didn't have anywhere near the amount of money that they should have had to make that film. Resident Evil 5. I don't like Resident Evil 5. Based entirely just on the movement.
Racist.
Oh yeah, it's racist. Oh, I can't hate Resident Evil 5 because all you kill are black people. Jeez. Oh God. I don't know. I don't like the movement in Resident Evil 5. Therefore, I just don't like the game because if your movement is bad and clunky, then I mean, you know, what can you really do at that point? Live action Naruto. Have you guys heard of this?
Maybe, but probably not. I don't think I've heard of it.
No, I'd have to look into that. So very interesting.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, I don't see how that would work.
You'd have to. Could you even call it Naruto? You could call it like fucking some English name like they're doing to the Death Note adaptation.
Actually, didn't even know they're doing that. The names. I mean, I knew they were doing the adaptation.
Oh yeah, they've changed the names. It's like what's the main character's name now? It's not Light, if I remember this correctly. It's not Light anymore. It's something else. Have I ever heard of Trigun? Yeah, I saw the first couple episodes of Trigun. I dropped it because I didn't have the time to continue, but I liked it. I liked what I saw.
Underrated watch. Trigun is probably one of the most popular North American anime.
Yeah.
Surely you must be joking around, Brendan. Like that was like the gateway for so many people in the late 90s to early 2000s for what they got them into anime because it was on Toonami.
2016, people don't talk about it as much.
Yeah. But
But like when it does get brought up, people are like, "Yeah, it's great."
Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh my goodness. Dragon Ball Evolution is a fucking terrible film. Chow Yun Fat. Why is Chow Yun Fat in Dragon Ball Evolution, man?
to make it good, he was the best thing about that film.
This fucking movie's terrible. I just don't understand like how somebody writes a script. It's like, look, you can have a script that's not Dragon Ball, okay? You can have a script that's not Dragon Ball, but it's not even a good script. It's just a fucking terrible script. I blame Fox. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't understand how they got that. Keith, no, I think I got The Last Remnant from you. I'm pretty sure I did. Check your PMs on YouTube. We're thinking about reviewing Arc 9. I brought up Arc 9 during Cyanide's 2K stream. Arc 9 is the worst OVA ever. Arc 9 is fucking terrible. I don't know if I'll review Arc 9, maybe. Arc 9 is really bad. I haven't seen Kaijo, so I don't know. Well, you ever watch Watamode? I've heard good things about Watamode, so maybe if I ever have the time, I don't know. Norm of the North. Yeah, I heard that movie was shit. That's a Lionsgate film, isn't it? Will you fist me, Daddy?
What do you think about the daddy comments?
Oh, Christ. I don't know. There's more of them every day. What hurts more, a really bad anime or a really bad video game? To me, a bad video game.
Oh, I don't mean to inspire your viewers, but I don't know why they're not calling you Papa. As Yui did.
Papa.
Kirito.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Here's the thing. On the Netflix translation, she calls him Daddy. And on this fan subs, I'm seeing she's calling him Papa. It's like, ugh. It's like makes me fucking cringe every fucking time it happens. God. It's terrible. Oh, fuck. Now they've done it.
I'm so sorry. I should have brought the. What has science done?
Keo, what are your thoughts on Papa and Daddy?
Papa's in the house.
Papa's in the house. Big tip. Big tip. Will you fist me, Papa? No. Never. What about Poopa? I've seen that. That's terrible.
Wait, you have?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I was gonna do a DX Reacts on that about like 2 years ago. I never got around to it, but I saw it and it's terrible. It's fetish shit. Like I don't know who it's for, but it's fetish shit for someone. I say over the first slice of bread. I'm going with the first slice of bread. I could, that goes down easily. Sword Art Online does not go down easily. Bible Black. Bible Black is uncensored, so that automatically makes it one of the better hentai to ever exist.
True story.
Incest anime. Ugh. Ugh. I'm trying to think of what incest anime I've actually seen. I saw that one really bad. Keo talked to me about this recently. He reminded me it existed. What is it called? Recently, My Sister is Unusual or something like that. That was
good grief.
Yeah, I saw that. That was holy.
But she has to fill the gauge on her belt. Gotta fill her up.
Is incest wincest? Fuck no. No, you know what? I will give you points though if you do proper incest, simply because it's such a cop out to say, "Oh, she's not really my sister; she's my cousin," like Sword Art Online does, which I'm sure was not planned at all. I'm sure Reki Kawahara sat there and he's like, "Oh shit, I can't do real incest, so I got to do something else."
That's true. It's better than making Silent Hill Book of Memories, at least.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
Kia, what are your thoughts on Oraimo? I know you've seen the Oraimo Chronicles.
Sadly. I mean, even if you put aside the incest, it's nonsensical, so.
Oh, but there, you guys are missing the best stuff. On the Japanese release, there was sort of like this visual novel-esque game where you meet a character who wears a bear suit outfit and she's crazy. And she fantasizes various scenarios, lovey-dovey scenarios, that to propose for either other people to do or for her to do. And she proposes them to the main character. It's like, hey, would this be appealing to you? And he's like, no. She's like,
Ugh.
Sounds like DX's kind of game. All the way down to the bear suit.
The bear suit, bear pajamas. It's delightful.
Who is the hottest animated or video game female character? Oh boy, I don't know. I wouldn't name an animated one. Maybe a video game one. I don't know. Kirito versus R2D2. Who's winning that one? Probably Kirito. Let's be honest here. Kirito versus Bubsy.
But R2D2 can shock things, though.
That's true.
When you get close.
Would you buy any K-On! Merch? Probably fucking not. No. I would not buy a K-On! Pillow. I would not buy...
I think a good question is, would you buy any anime merch?
No.
Besides, like, Blu-rays or something?
Probably not. Maybe like a poster.
Get in on those figures and Dakimakuras. Then you got to get with those character soundtracks as well, so you can listen to those in your car.
Oh God.
Put it on my phone. It's making my ringtone.
Kia, which anime is the profile picture from?
I was just typing that, but it's from Evangelion. It's not like the picture itself is not actually from the show, but that's what it's from.
It's Asuka, right?
Yep.
Good old Asuka.
Do I own any anime merch? I have a couple Blu-rays, and that's about it. Kirito versus Dick Marcinko. Holy shit.
Oh my.
I mean,
yeah.
In which universe?
In which universe?
Because, I mean, if we're assuming that these are real people, Dick Marcinko is not a game character, but Kirito is only powerful in game, so...
Roxy, PM me about the story and how to avoid plot holes. Will we ever get DX fan merch? Here's a funny story. There were supposed to be a line of DX watches. I got approached for like actual DX merch. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna skip that because I mean DX watches would be terrible. It'd just be my watch. It'd be my logo on the watch. It'd be weird. Thoughts on One Punch Man? I haven't seen it. What about you guys?
We saw an episode that one time.
Right, we saw it.
And I haven't seen anything since, but I mean, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fun. It's just a question of can it, it's just a question of does it get old?
It sounds like
I don't know the answer to that.
I mean, maybe it doesn't because I've never seen it, but what is Nutjack? I keep hearing that fucking meme everywhere. I have no idea what it is. I get the Shrek memes. I get Harambe. I get the B movie memes. What is Nutjack? Bubsy Twofer is a piece of shit, and they're selling you emulated games. Favorite anime studio, Production IG. White Fox did Akame ga Kill, so they can Akame ga suck my dick. Will the new Unreal Tournament live up to the hype? No. I like it. I've played it, and it's fucking great. But will it live up to the hype? No. They're trying to. I don't know if they're intentionally trying to do this, but I think the reality with the new Unreal Tournament is that people are trying to equate it to having a new game in the franchise akin to UT99. Look, it's not going to meet that at all. I don't think it will. What about, have you played it, Cyanide?
No, I've been meaning to, though. I was a bit hesitant because, as you said, it's some lofty shoes to fill in, and it was kind of a bit iffy at first, but I need to sit down with it, though. Because, I mean, the models look really good, and it's Unreal Tournament. I have to.
Yeah, they have this, so they have new movement mechanics, which is not something I like. Like, they took out double jumping, and they took out dodge jumping, which I'm not a fan of, but they have, like, this slide mechanic. And that is smooth as hell. Like, you can slide in and slide out, and yeah. IG made Guilty Crown, yeah, but I'm willing to overlook that. I'm willing to overlook Guilty Crown. I will not overlook a Kame ga Kill. Yeah, what is your favorite? I don't think I've ever asked you this. What's your favorite anime studio?
I don't really know. That's not a question I think about very much.
So Studio Dean. All right.
Studio Dean, absolutely.
Studio Dean.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just give some generic answers like IG, Madhouse, Shaft.
Yeah, White Fox made Steins Gate, and Steins Gate doesn't look good. Like, I like Steins Gate as a show, but from an animation standpoint and how it looks in comparison to its visual novel, no, hell no. I don't know what White Fox does. I assume they just don't have a lot of money to make the projects they do, which is how you get something like a Kame ga Kill, which looks so inferior to its own manga. Would I ever review mainstream anime like Yuri on Ice, Attack on Titan? I don't know. Probably not, just because they're not horrendously bad. Like, I get asked about Attack on Titan a lot. I don't hate Attack on Titan. It's not great, but meh. What is Hayden asking?
Criteria that you look for then in order to truly capture that feel that you go into with your series of shows that you hate, or even games that you hate?
It just has to be like really, really, really fucking bad. Like, I guess that's just the. Like, it has to be a certain level of bad, because I'm not doing Big Order. Big Order is off the fucking table. So, and Chaos Head is also off the table. Chaos Head sequel. Yeah, they're doing a sequel to Chaos Head, which I'm not gonna watch. Kyo is gonna.
That's right. We should do a first impressions of that.
Oh.
It's coming out this January.
Oh yeah, you guys absolutely should. It would be great.
Kyo's gonna stream it marathon 24 hours. I know he loves Chaos Head and will love Chaos Child. What has Hayden been asking? Because I see it in the chat, but what has he been asking? I haven't seen his comment in the chat. My bad.
I'll scroll up.
Yeah, I'll have to scroll. Kirito is better than Ayato. Yeah, he is, which says a lot about how fucking terrible I. Hey, by the way, did I ever ask? Do we think Asterisk is a 0?
Who are you asking?
You. Do you think? Do we think Asterisk is a 0?
You say we.
Hey, I think we think very similarly on the.
I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, sure, why not?
It's not something I give out easily, but like as far as Asterisk goes, I mean, shit.
If there was ever one to give it to,
there's nothing like that's super like offensive about it necessarily, but I mean, I think the writing is probably as offensive as it gets. Like, the writing is bad enough to where it's bad enough to where like the writer is just. I don't want to say anything mean, so I'll stop it there.
You're a kind gentleman.
You're kind. You're too nice.
And I was scrolling. Maybe I was scrolling too fast, but I couldn't find the question. So if Hayden, if you're still here, if you could just ask it again, hopefully we'll see it. Yeah, I mean, I think Asterisk has less merit to it than even Sword Art Online. arguably. So
After having seen Mother's Rosario, that's fucking definitely true to me. Yeah, Asterisk is very, 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 very fucking bad. Bones.
apparently season 2 is even worse.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And
Okay, he's been asking, what's your favorite Ghibli film?
I don't know. I'm
You've
sorry.
really never seen even one.
Yeah, I don't think
I haven't seen too many, but
I saw Howl's Moving Castle, which I liked, but
okay.
that was many, many years ago. Thoughts on B Movie? Look, B Movie is on HBO Go, and it's been on HBO Go for months, and I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll see it soon, so I can embrace the memes. B Movie, but every B is replaced with Rest in Piss. If somebody wants to make that, you are absolutely welcome to.
What about a B movie, but every B is replaced with Dick Marcinko quotes?
That would be great. That would be
Who
great.
the hell is saying Kyo is a Marvel show? Who is that?
That's got to be Sin.
Doom.
It's Doom
That's
from
Sin.
Latvia. It's Doom from Latvia. That's got to be Sin.
I didn't pay any attention to the name.
Doom from Latvia. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. What's your favorite Disney movie? Shit. I don't know. Maybe The Incredibles. Maybe Toy Story. I don't know. One of those. But those are like the Pixar Disney films, so I don't know. Thoughts on Wolf Children? Wolf Children is good. Have we all seen Wolf Children?
Yeah, I like Wolf Children. Cyanide.
It was enjoyable. I was a little more mixed to it, but it's been a while, so I'd have to rewatch it. But no, I definitely enjoyed what I watched, though. So
50 Shades of Grey 2. I'm gonna be in theater first day watching that shit. It's a great film, great book franchise. Ugh.
camp out day one.
I can't imagine going to the ticket booth and saying, "Can I get one for 50 Shades Darker, please?" No, that's not gonna happen. Thoughts on Attack on Titan? The anime is below average in my opinion. The manga's average to somewhat above average. Have you guys seen Attack on Titan? I know Keo has seen and read it, but what about you, Simon?
I've read it. I didn't actually watch it though. Like I actually got into it from a friend before they animated it, and I was actually a fan for a decent period of time, which was actually kind of the same thing with Akame ga Kill. Like when I first started reading them, like, oh, this is kind of fun. And then after a while, I was like, oh. And they kind of put it away, and it's still like somewhere in my bookmarks that I haven't touched in years.
Yeah, the anime is like a Disney-fied version of the manga. So, no, I don't watch Toonami. The anime lineups on Toonami are pretty bad. I mean, for the casual anime fan, I'm sure they're great, but yeah. Nah. Thoughts on One Piece? I like One Piece. It is, in my opinion, well, a lot of people think One Piece is what, like the greatest manga ever or something. So I don't think so. Have you seen Chef? No, that's another meme. Chef's another meme, right? Because I see Chef in the fucking comments a lot too.
Chef.
Yeah, Chef with Jon Favreau. Yeah. What's my opinion on the shitty state of American comic books, specifically with Marvel and their politically correct garbage turning every other character gay? I don't know, because I don't read many American comic books like at all. I don't read anything that DC or Marvel puts out. I read, what was it, Image's Invincible for a while, which I think Invincible is really fucking good. And whenever a Danger Girl comic comes out, I usually read that too, but that's about it. Do you guys read comics? I've never asked you to do that.
Man, I used to for years. I had a Sonic the Hedgehog collection actually for a period of time that I gave to my old friend when I moved. So, but no, yeah, it's I used to keep tabs on X-Men, Iron Man, primarily, so because I was a huge Gambit fan, and Tony Stark is an alcoholic. I mean, alcoholic with a power suit. What's there not to like with that? But no, yeah, I would keep track of things here and there, but mostly I had friends that did, so I would just hear secondhand from them. Someone gave props to Little Nemo. Glad. Watched that a ton as a kid. Good stuff. Very obscure, though.
I've not seen Initial D. High School of the Dead. High School of the Dead is a bad show. Even for pure entertainment value, it is, in my opinion, a bad show. But I heard it's getting a season 2 finally after 3 decades. We'll see if that actually happens.
Cool.
Resident Evil movie franchise dying quietly. They make a lot of fucking money off the Resident Evil movies, as terrible as they are. So I think this is actually going to be the last one, because I think Paul W.S. Anderson has kind of given all his directorial efforts that he possibly could. I don't think he'll ever direct another movie, with these masterpieces of films he's making. So
yeah, I'll give it to him. He's made a lot of money off of Resident Evil, so I'm sure he and anyone else who's involved is not complaining at all.
I think Keto and I saw the first Resident Evil movie on Skype once, and it sucks. Like, people say that the first one is the best one.
It's the worst part of it.
Sucks. It sucks.
It's not good.
It's not a good movie.
But the one thing you could take away from it, though, is that laser grid part they did use in Resident Evil 4 then.
Yeah, somebody at Capcom was like, holy shit, that one good idea from that movie, let's incorporate it into the game.
Yeah. No, that was the weird part. And then I give credit to the second movie because they tried to work with Nemesis and they tried to combine elements of 3. Yeah. So they tried, but it was better than zombies in crates that are just, they drop zombies in crates and then they storm out of them. Yeah. That was probably my favorite part of, I think it was like the third movie, or was it the fourth?
The third one was the one with the crates. I actually think the third one is the best film. It is not a good Resident Evil film. None of these fucking movies are good Resident Evil films.
Best film.
But I think it's the best. If I had to choose a best movie out of all the Resident Evil films, it would be that third one, Extinction.
I would go with that as well. And in terms of specifically as a movie, yeah, like how it's produced, yeah, I would definitely say so. Because at that point, it seemed like Paul Anderson got a really good feel for how to take care of them and how to handle them.
Oh, he didn't direct the third movie. That's why
he didn't.
No, yeah. He didn't direct the second one either. He came back on the fourth one and has directed them since.
That's right. Okay.
And that movie.
That's why the third one is probably bad. I can't even remember who directed it. That's not terrible.
It's some guy. Who knows? It wasn't Paul W.S. Anderson.
No, yeah, that's right. I remember now. So good call. Good call. DX on top of that.
Yeah, what is it going to take for me to get you to watch Resident Evil? What is it? Extinction? No, it's Resident Evil. What's the second Resident Evil movie called? I don't even remember anymore. It's second. It's not Afterlife, because Afterlife is the fourth one.
Alice was never in any of the games. She was a specific movie-created character, from what I understand.
How shit is that, by the way? They make a fucking Resident Evil movie. Are any of the original characters from the game even in the first film? Like, I don't think they are.
Like, I thought Chris was, and then he's the one who got turned into a tyrant, but I'm pretty sure I'm mistaken there. So...
Yeah, we must watch the second Resident Evil film, which is...
No, we must not.
Apocalypse, that's what it's called. That movie's fucking awful. They have a scene where Mila Jovovich fights Nemesis hand-to-hand. It's horrible. It's
yes, that's right!
Holy shit, that is bad. Alice is a Mary Sue. Yes, she's a Mary Sue. Portal gun or translocator? They're as good as each other. By the way, I think it was the same guy who asked the UT Enforcer versus the assault rifles. Fuck the assault rifle in UT 2004. It's a terrible weapon. What are your guys' favorite Fullmetal Alchemist characters?
Wendy, best girl.
I don't know, maybe Wrath.
Yeah, maybe right.
No, you gotta go Armstrong, man. Just best mustache. Best mustache. There's no good mustaches in anime anymore. I mean, seriously. What's the deal? Oh, Winry. There we go. Okay. This just shows how long it's been since I watched it.
What did you say first?
I don't even remember. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought I said
Wendy.
Winry, but no,
Wendy.
I didn't say Wendy. It sounded like it though.
It'll be Wendy when we make the film here in America. Don't worry.
I didn't use a D, guys. It sounded like it. I know, but I didn't.
The child
Actually,
dog.
now I gotta go back and rewatch this to see. Now
Child dog.
I'm gonna be paranoid.
Chimera.
Yeah, I guess it's the Chimera. The live action Transformers series is bullshit. That second Transformers movie is so bad. It's so bad. What was Revenge of the Fallen or something like that? I went to the theater to watch that with family, and like all of them fell asleep with me. I was the only stupid bastard watching that movie. Fucking Megatron in the desert was terrible.
Sand
Awful.
everywhere. It's coarse.
It's coarse.
It gets everywhere.
Final Fantasy All the Bravest. Yeah, isn't that one mobile game that got ripped a new asshole like 70 times the year it came out because it was just microtransactions? I think that's
I'm pretty
the one.
sure that's the one.
Yeah.
Pretty positive.
What's the worst animated movie ever? I don't know. It's probably an anime film, if I'm being honest. Who is the most well-written superhero character? Oof. I don't know. Because a lot of characters in superhero comics are written by different people. So they're slightly different people every time you get a new writer on a show or on a run. As far as a character who's been written by one person, I really like is it Mark from Invincible? I think that's his name, if I remember that correctly. But like I'm an Invincible fanboy, so
Yeah, that's a really tough call. I mean, it's hard to answer because most people who usually follow it, like they say, they'll cite either a specific arc or a story that's been told. So as opposed to the character in general, because each one is different, slightly nuanced by different writers. Elfen Lied or Lead, I guess you could say.
Yeah, which one is it, Keo? Elfen Lead or Elfen Lead?
Yeah.
It looks bad, and everyone tells me it's bad. So
it's bad.
There's blood everywhere. So much ketchup.
Best worst Unreal Tournament. I don't know. I like them all. I don't think there is a worst Unreal Tournament. I think there is a worst Unreal game. And that's Unreal 2.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, like, I'm never gonna let that go. I just, ugh. Pokemon Sun and Moon. You guys have played this, right?
I need to pick it up, but no, I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, you
played
have it. Yeah, you have it. What do you think about it?
It's good. I was worried it would be easy because it seemed like they're making it easier, but it's not like super easy so it's okay.
Thoughts on hentai dubs?
Oh, please, sub only.
I have fun watching hentai dubs just because of how bad they usually are. Like, it's like there was one, it's called like Milk Money or something, and like the original line is like something like I need you to fuck me or something, and then like the English line is like I need you to fuck me with your 10-inch cock or something like that. It's fucking terrible.
That's delightful.
Paper Mario. You guys have played Paper Mario, right? I have not.
I played the first two, but I stopped after that. I've heard that they got some pretty good self-aware humor, some of the more recent ones.
I
But
played the first 3. I like the second one the best. I don't know how many people still dislike the shift in the third. I think it's less people now, but I didn't mind it. I was kind of disappointed, but I didn't mind it after I played it for a while. I didn't play anything after that. I heard like Sticker Star or whatever on the DS or 3DS wasn't good though.
I've heard that one. I've heard that as well. Like nobody likes Sticker Star, I think.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Ruby getting a Japanese dub? That's good, I guess.
yeah, it's a whole new market for Rooster Teeth, so gives them a chance to expand their business. I'm sure Monty would have really liked that, so I'm glad to see that happen.
Have I seen Dead Man Wonderland? Yeah, Dead Man Wonderland is a 1 according to Keo, but it's unfortunate because the best arc of the manga isn't animated, so and you're left with this like terrible cliffhanger ending. So yeah,
That's really disappointing because it's out of anything to bring over. Like I get the impression they wanted to judge to see how the sales would go before doing a second season. So yeah, they leave it at a terrible spot. So I don't know. That's a frustrating part.
I'm really surprised they didn't animate all of Dead Man because Dead Man is one of those anime you'd think would be fucking huge just based off the material alone, and it looks really good. Like I think they put a substantial more amount of money than they do on the regular bullshit they animate, but I don't know. Dead Man's a weird case. I don't think it's horrible. They just don't animate the best parts of the manga, which aren't great, but they're better than the first arc. So
I think it was one of those things where it just came down to when it was released. Because I think if it would have been released a bit later, I think it would have ended up catching more of a wave of popularity. Like either around the time, like a little either before or shortly after Attack on Titan, I think would have been an optimal point. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It was such a weird point where like people talked about it briefly, but it didn't really get much attention, especially considering the material. It really should have. So
thoughts on iDubbbz? I love iDubbbz.
We got to talk about Higurashi, the place where you go see a bunch of cute girls in a village, but you find out they're all crazy and everyone gets dead.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. People have been telling me to watch that for a long time.
It is interesting. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on it.
Although that's a visual novel too, isn't it?
Yeah, it started off as a visual novel and then was adapted by Keo's favorite studio, Studio Dean. So,
what do you think about Manglobe going bankrupt? I'm not happy they went bankrupt, but I mean, is anyone surprised that a studio like Manglobe would go bankrupt?
Yeah, it's a shame. So, but yeah, it's.
I mean, I was surprised when I heard, but then hindsight.
They did Dead Man, and they did Ergo Proxy, which I'm sure they sunk a lot of money into, respectively. And
Especially the first episode.
Yeah, that first episode of Ergo Proxy looks like a film. So yeah, it sucks, but hey.
No, yeah, they definitely tried to do some new things. You gotta give them credit for that, but it's just like outside of Samurai Champloo, nothing was ever really huge that they did. And as you said, I mean, like they tried some experimental stuff and it didn't do as well. And then near the end, it's they did the what is that? That one video game dating sim one. I can't remember it. The World God Only Knows.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So and that was sort of their attempt to kind of get back with the mainstream crowd, but I just don't think they did enough business.
They did Samurai Flamenco too, which was directed by the guy who did Baccano, if I remember that correctly.
I think so, yeah.
Baccano is the best anime to never get a season 2. Probably. Will the stream be up later? Yeah. Why do you think people finally told Call of Duty to fuck off? Various different reasons. You can only make the same game so many times before people notice, and how many times can you release the same game within the span of 5 years before people are just like, for fuck's sake, give us something new? And to be fair, they did give people something sort of new with games like Advanced Warfare, but I mean, yeah, I don't think Call of Duty. I'm surprised it took 10 fucking years for people to stop buying the games, or at least at the level that they were before. But hey,
Yeah, it's incredible because people have been saying that for, gosh, what, 5-6 years now?
mm-hmm.
So, and it's just we're really only starting to see it within like maybe the past 2 years. So it's bizarre. It's kind of a shame. But oh, guys, have either of you seen Daily Lives of High School Boys?
I've heard of this, but I've never seen it.
I've seen it. It's a riot.
It is. It is truly
Very well
hysterical. I got a feeling you'd really like it, DX. I got a feeling. If I'm wrong, I will watch terrible anime that you suggest fully through.
Big Order, the greatest.
Except that one, right?
Oh, God.
Chaos
No,
Head, the greatest.
I will do it. If he says so, I will do it.
Season passes suck. Season passes and microtransactions, I think, are a necessary evil within the climate of our current industry. So I want to do a video on that, but I need more. I need more information. I need to do more research. Oh, Kyo, here's a good one. Is there such a good thing? Is there such a thing as a good tsundere or yandere character?
Sure. I don't think I've seen a good yandere character yet, but there are good tsundere characters. One of which is Asuka. My profile picture. It's one example.
She's the best I've seen.
Yeah, that's tough, especially from a writing standpoint to create a character. Because I feel like you can do that, but
I mean, here's the thing: if you're making a tsundere character, quote unquote, then I mean, I have a feeling, I'm speculating, that most of the time the writer's going to say, they're not going to say, let's make a character. They're going to say, let's make a tsundere. They start from there, and they, you know, they think of tsundere first, character second. So I'd imagine that hurts many characters who are defined solely by their tsundere archetype.
Yeah, it's very backwards writing right there.
Yeah, another good one would probably be like Holo from Spice. Yeah, from a Spice and Wolf.
What do you think of the Ava dub? I heard a baloney pony. That's all I need to say. Yeah, baloney pony. Thoughts on the Kirby series? Kirby is Nintendo's most underrated franchise, I think, in my opinion. Maybe Star Fox, let's be honest. But Kirby, I don't think ever gets the love he deserves. His games are fucking awesome.
They brought back Star Fox at one point, literally just released the old game again.
oh jeez.
Prisoner 849 versus John Dalton. Look, Dalton sucks. Dalton, the voice acting in Unreal 2 is one of the reasons why it's as bad as it is. Prisoner 849, I like the female voice acting for her for Return to Napoli, but I don't know. Thoughts on the Zelda series? I don't play Zelda games. I'm not a big RPG guy. What about you guys?
I've played some of them. I haven't played many of the more recent ones. Recent meaning like past 4 or 5 years.
Really interested to see the new direction they're taking because it obviously looks very open world. So I'm curious as to how things are going to work. They're really hyping it up hard. So, but
I'm pretty apprehensive from what I've seen, to be honest. At what was it? A D3, I think it was. Yeah, where they like Nintendo basically spent their entire thing on Zelda. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're pushing that hard. So, but I mean, it does look fun. It's, as you said, you know, they're gonna overhype it, and is it just gonna not be able to live up to expectation even remotely, or you know, will it do really well? I know, was it Skyward Sword? I believe was the last one that did so in terms of reputation. It did decently score wise, but it's kind of mixed from some people I've talked to. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see where the new one goes because it looks to be really trying to breathe new life into the series.
Willing to play Umbrella Corps? No, a million times.
We got to
no.
get in there. get some of that multiplayer action going
What
on.
multiplayer? The game was like dead when it released.
We'll revive it. It'll be like Rogue Warrior multiplayer. We'll make it work.
Fuck. Was one of you gonna say something? I'm sorry if I cut you off.
I was not. I apologize if I cut anyone off.
I wasn't saying anything.
Federation Force and Star Fox Zero, people are seeing through Nintendo's Stripe. Nintendo's a weird company. I don't understand why they haven't made another proper Metroid game. I mean, look, even if what was it, Other M sold poorly, I think you can clearly blame that on the quality of the game and not the franchise itself. So, Stranger Things is good. I like Stranger Things. The live-action Ghost in the Shell looks good, and I've been saying that it's not going to be bad for over a year now, I think. What do you guys think about it? If you guys have seen the trailers and all that,
It's going to be interesting. I mean, I know a lot of people are really quick to dismiss it. Obviously, you know, it's from looking at, you know, the whitewashing was a big issue, and then of course, are they going to go too literal or too outside of it? But it's a lot of it's just going to kind of come down to when it comes out. So I definitely am. I'm looking forward to seeing it just to see how it's going to be.
if there was a true sequel to Unreal, what would you visualize? I don't know. I don't think Epic can do another Unreal sequel. Even if they wanted to put the money into it, even if they wanted to sink all the money it would take to make another Unreal proper game, where you go back to Napoli, I don't think they could do it, because every map they've made for Unreal Tournament since Unreal that has been on Napoli has been subpar, and it's by the same people who made the first game. So I don't know, but if anyone can do it, it's obviously Epic.
Well, Cliffy B was behind the level design for Unreal, right?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, he was. I think he was lead. He was. He headed up the entire first game, if I remember correctly from the credits. And obviously, Cliffy is not with Epic anymore. He's making Lawbreakers, I believe.
Yeah, that's. Gosh, what's going on with that? That's sort of been kind of silent on.
Yeah, I heard that's like in beta or something, but.
Oh, but DX, if you don't mind me asking, it was someone earlier asked, what do you think of the Nintendo Switch?
That's. I don't know. I mean,
Seems like another gimmick.
If there was one sound you could attach to it, what would it be?
I don't know. Like Keo said, it looks like another gimmick console. It really looks like another gimmick console. I don't understand why Nintendo can't just make a conventional console. It's maybe they're trying to recapture the Wii, but they're chasing a ghost if they're doing that.
I mean, Wii hype was insane. It'd be hard to recapture that.
Yeah. What's an anime that made us cry?
I mean, cry like bawling or like just tearing up.
I guess let's go tears, because I don't think I've ever like
I
fucking.
don't think I've ever bawled at a show. I mean, I don't watch too many like tear jerkers anyway. But like, if we're just going with like tears of any form at all, then End of Eva did. The Monogatari series did. End of Cowboy Bebop.
Take a robot not to cry at the end of Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. Maybe FMA Brotherhood did. First time I watched it at a few points. Maybe I think Wolf Children. Yeah. I think Wolf Children was kind of a little transparent about trying to like play at your emotions, if that makes sense. Yeah, stuff like that. Maybe a few more that aren't coming to mind immediately.
Yeah, we actually talked about Anohana earlier. That was one that struck a chord with me. So, which I really appreciated for. I love shows that you can relate to that extent that can make you emotional.
It's a show that I assume is a tearjerker, like I mentioned before. Would that be accurate? Or
It definitely gets there. It definitely takes you on an emotional roller coaster. So I mean, you do sort of kind of run the gambit, but yeah, there's definitely points where you really feel for some of the characters. So without spoiling anything,
Do you like Erased, Cyanide?
see, I only watched the first 2 episodes for first impressions way back when I was doing that format, and the build up to it, I was really intrigued and I was optimistic. I think I even recommended it off the first 2 episodes. I mean, I didn't think it was perfect, but I was like, oh well, this could be decent. And of course, we obviously know how people reacted, and I never actually got a chance to watch it because just there was so much talk around it that it's kind of one of those. It's hard to watch. Actually, it's a good question for both of you. Do you find that it's hard to watch a show and not be influenced, or play a game or be influenced by the outside when there's so much discussion on it, whether it's either really positive or really negative?
you can't avoid it 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
But I mean, in a case like Erased where so many people were talking about it and really just slamming it after a while, or ReZero would be a good example of that as well, where just a lot of people well, it's not nearly as good, where it got a strong buildup. It was really hyped, I suppose you'd say. I don't think that's accurate, but it was really praised by a lot of people for the first part. And then after a while, a lot of people well, it's overrated, da-da-da-da. And I know for some people I've talked to, they're like, well, I was told it was supposed to be really good, and then I watched it, and it wasn't. It was terrible. So, I mean, you can't avoid bias or, hype, but it's with something like that, do you find it's difficult to watch, or do you hold off on watching it or playing it?
Keeping up with ReZero must have been interesting for those who did it.
That one,
When ReZero was airing, I thought I'll watch it eventually, probably, but I decided not to do it at the time. I decided to wait for things to die down so that I wouldn't get caught up in stuff,
Yeah. I don't know. I think the anime community has a serious problem with that. I'm not going to name the guy, but I was scrolling down a video search results. It's Erased, the best anime of 2016, episode 7 review. I'm like, how is this the best anime of this year if you're only on episode 7?
And when it aired in the winter.
Right.
Beginning of the year.
I don't, yeah. Yeah. I cried at End of Ava. I think that's the only one I can remember. Yeah. Unreal 2, worst sequel ever. Nah. I'm sure I could think of a worse sequel than Unreal 2. At least Unreal 2 has the scar.
Unreal 2, though, most subpar sequel ever.
Yeah, probably the most subpar sequel ever. The most boring, average sequel of all time, probably, sure. I don't think so, Keith. I don't think you can hack Steam and bypass Greenlight. I think someone is asleep at the fucking wheel. I mean, look, they might as well just be hacking Steam by putting their games on Greenlight. So I haven't played Doom 2016 yet. I'm going to buy it in a couple days.
Oh, so good. Really can't. I genuinely can't wait to hear your thoughts. I'm sure they can't either because,
ugliest anime girl. Shit. I don't know. Ubiquitous.
Slam.
Slamming.
Have I seen the Naruto? I've never seen Naruto. I don't think I'm ever going to watch Naruto.
I have to say. Oh, sorry.
No. Have you seen?
I'm going to cut you off on your own stream. You've been hijacked, bamboozled. We're taking this to Keemstar now. Boom. Anime drama alert.
We made the news, boys.
Sorry.
No, yeah, go. I've never seen Naruto. I don't care to watch Naruto.
Really, though?
Yeah.
The prospect of ninjas has never enticed you, even in the slightest?
Nah, fam. Nah. No.
Well, now. So I was going to say, someone had mentioned Baka and Test, and all I have to say is if you're going to talk about that, you got to talk about Hideyoshi. It's not male or female. It's Hideyoshi. They are their own gender.
Somebody brought up Witchblade in the comments. Witchblade is, from everything I've read, a fucking gimmick. It's legitimately just a character design that they based an entire series around. I think maybe you can say the same thing about The Darkness, but I don't know. I think The Darkness has more merit than Witchblade. I have to go back and read those Witchblade comics. So, favorite films of 2016. I don't know. I don't think I've seen anything from 2016. Maybe Doctor Strange. Yeah, Doctor Strange was a 10 out of 10 film. You agree, Cam?
What was the question? Sorry. What about
the favorite 2016 films?
Wasn't Deadpool 2016?
Was it?
I think it was. I haven't seen many movies from this year, but if Deadpool was 2016, then I'll go with that.
Was Batman vs Superman this year?
I don't think so.
Suicide Squad was though, right?
The Squad was this year, but yeah, Batman vs Superman was this year.
Batman vs Superman is a 10 out of 10. I'm sure Sin can agree. Yes. No, I'm kidding. Fuck Batman vs Superman. God, no.
Maybe Rogue One will be best whenever I get around to watching that.
BioShock, best console games ever. Thoughts? I don't know. I like The Darkness 2 more than I like BioShock as a shooter. I don't know if story-wise, because I have to get further into BioShock, but I don't like BioShock mechanically. I like it thematically, but I don't know.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate. Like I love the stylization they went for, like the look in both Infinite and BioShock were really creative, really clever, and I think well executed. But yeah, in terms of mechanics, in terms of how they function as both first-person shooters as games themselves, yeah, I think that'd be an interesting breakdown.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's like BioShock is probably one of the best console shooters, but I don't know. I don't know how it translates to PC. My favorite wrestler, probably Minoru Suzuki. Thoughts on boob physics in anime? Anime don't have boob physics. Thoughts on Zack Snyder's Watchmen? Holy shit. It's a great movie, but it's a terrible adaptation of that comic. That's the best way I can put it. If you have never read Watchmen, then Watchmen's a good movie. If you have read Watchmen, no. Keo has not seen Watchmen. I've been trying to get him to watch Watchmen for, I think, legitimately now like 2 or 3 years.
It's not like I don't want to watch it. I just haven't.
It's 4 hours long, so I don't blame you. Watch the worst episode of anime and ever every day, or play Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare doesn't look like a horrible game. So, how much longer will the stream be? 11 minutes.
Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei, great stuff. Shaft created it, so it's got that whole artistic flair. Not terribly talked about, little obscure, little bizarre, but enjoyable.
This is one of the best questions. Would you rather watch SAO or have sex with the creator of SAO?
Oh, Reiki Kawahara, 10 out of 10, would spoon again.
Rika Kawahara, best waifu. How would I cosplay as Wyatt Derp? No. Would I review a Dead or Alive game? Probably not. That one Dead or Alive game on PSP was bullshit, but generally they're not bad games. At least I think. Kia, why is Shaft called Shaft?
I don't know.
Who's your number one waifu? He's thinking. He has a lot of waifus.
Oh, you were asking.
Oh,
Going through my mind
I'll
for a
deflect this to Cyanide while I think about it.
there cannot be a number one waifu. That position has to constantly change to keep up with standards and practices. So
You're right. You've got to stay on top of trends.
got to stay on top of trends.
An
Though,
acceptable waifu of yesterday is not an acceptable waifu of today.
yeah, that's just it. You know, it's an ever-changing battlefield. King of the Hill, so to speak. Which, by the way, speaking of King of the Hill, best anime,
Yes.
Mhm.
Hank Hill, best protagonist.
best protagonist.
Mob Psycho 100. Haven't seen it. I don't know if I will. Would I rather play Kimulator or Hong Kong 97 again? Hong Kong 97. Favorite Jimquisition episode? I'm not sure. He did a really good one on Digital Homicide, which I loved.
That was a
yeah.
really good one.
Was the one where he gives that objective review of Final Fantasy 13? Was that a Jimquisition? Because that was fucking hilarious. I'm trying to remember if it was. Where do you think the term waifu came from? I have no idea.
I mean, it's just wife in a Japanese accent, right?
Waifu,
I guarantee you, if you Google it, there's probably a detailed explanation on it.
yeah. Somebody's written
I'm
an
more
article.
than positive there's got to be.
Something like it all started in 1987. Something or other.
It's possible.
Is AVGN as good as ever? The last AVGN episode I saw was the Berenstein Bears episode, and I fucking loved it. So yes.
That's a good question right there. Has anyone ever called you an AVGN ripoff?
Oh.
That happened a lot more earlier in your career.
Yeah, that
right?
happened. Oh my god, that first year was brutal. Yeah, a lot. I'm sure if I go into the comments right now, I can find 7,000 pages of people calling me an AVGN ripoff. To be fair, I was. It was shit. But yeah.
A long time ago, it was much easier to make that comparison.
Yeah. Thoughts on Crash Bandicoot? I haven't played a lot. I haven't played Crash Bandicoot in years. So, what about you guys?
I only played the Naughty Dog ones. To me, those are the only ones that exist. Just the first three.
Yeah, I can't really give my opinion on it. It's been too long, and I never played it that much anyway because I never personally owned it.
Monster Musume. I'm not gonna watch Monster.
Oh, come on!
No.
Don't
No.
you want a Lamia as your girlfriend?
No. I saw the
Same.
first episode, but yeah.
I
What'd you
watched it.
say?
Yeah,
I think you should.
it's very good. 10 out of 10. You should definitely give
10
it a
out of
shot.
10. Yeah, it jerks Snake Girl off technically. So yeah, best anime. of the
Real
season.
talk, I'd set the Spider Girl on fire though. Not gonna lie,
Oh, yeah. You know, no spiders, no bad.
too freaky.
Oh boy, here's one. Thoughts on the heavily anticipated and finally crusting phasing out of the brony trend. Oh boy. I don't know. Look, if people want to like cartoon horses, I mean, more power to you. Although I saw some weird shit. Fucking people like cum jars of these fucking toys. Ugh.
Oh,
That's enough of that.
That's enough of that.
But so, would you ever do a video on No Man's Sky, or is that completely out of the question? Even if
Yeah.
someone gave it to you.
If somebody gave it to me, yeah, but I'm not gonna pay $50. What is it, like $60? I'm not paying that empty ass
60,
PC. Yeah. I'm not, and it's apparently broken on PC too. So, what? How much is No Man's Sky on Steam? Yeah, $60. I'm not paying $60 for fucking No Man's Sky.
Right, just wait for it to go on sale for 52.
Yeah, if it's $52, maybe if it goes on sale for like $20, but otherwise, I'm not buying No Man's Sky for $60. Oh man, I'm sure it'd be a good video though, because literally everyone I've talked to about No Man's Sky says it's bullshit, which is a shame, to be 100% honest. But it's got a mostly negative on Steam. That's really bad. That's sad. Yeah. What else is here in the chat? Zan Krieger versus Darth Vader. Oh man, I don't know. Zan's a killer. Mafia 3 review. I haven't played any of the Mafia games, and I hear Mafia 3 is bad. So, No Man's Sky is a bigger disappointment than Watch Dogs. I don't experience disappointment, thankfully, because I wasn't looking forward to either of those games. I mean, even just looking at gameplay trailers these days. Ugh. Yeah. Is John Scarce my cousin? Yeah, that's why I'm doing a double upload on January 1st. Was Face of Hope comparable with Bubsy? I would say that Face of Hope is a worse experience than Bubsy 3D, but Face of Hope is not a fucking game. Face of Hope is a series of levels put together by someone who doesn't know game design, made with assets. I think somebody legit said that they stole assets from Half-Life 2 and just stuck them in the game, and it's being sold on Steam right now, which blows my mind. So I don't know. I'd rather play. I'd rather kill myself. I'd rather not even play any of those games. I'd rather jump off a cliff.
That is intense.
Yeah, those games are really bad. Bubsy 3D especially, and Face of Hope, and Five Nights at Freddy's 4 are against it. There's no reason to hate. Like, I get a lot of comments saying, "Are you ever going to do a games I fucking hate on Five Nights at Freddy's?" Why? Five Nights at Freddy's is not a horrible game, and maybe it has like 7,000 sequels. But, like, why not? Five Nights at Freddy's is not an asset flip. You have the option not to buy the game. No one's getting scammed when they're buying Five Nights at Freddy's. So,
I mean, yeah, you could have problems with it as a game, but it's just someone obviously had an idea in mind, and it was creative, and it did really well. And, yeah, they then proceeded to make sequel after sequel for it, but you know, it's not that they didn't try to innovate at least some aspect of it, nor was it simply like Digital Homicide where, you know, it's just like low budget asset flip.
Yeah, right. Didn't that guy take down the last game? The last Freddy game or something? There's like a fighting game. Like, I can't believe they made a fighting game about this shit or something, but like it sucked and he took it down or something.
Yeah, like it was taken down, and there was an RPG which was then removed and then reworked and then re-released, I think. And I think he gave the opportunity for everyone who had the RPG to be refunded. So it's, you know, it's not like they're purposely trying to be disingenuous. They genuinely care, at least from appearance base, but
yeah. Best girl on Bleach, Rukia. Kyo, thoughts? Give me your best girls from Bleach. I know you love Bleach.
I mean, I don't know. Sure, we can go with her. Bleach does not have very good female. It doesn't have good characters, period. But it especially doesn't have.
Oh,
but it especially.
You me after the stream. Fight me.
Cyanide, who's your favorite Bleach character?
Boy, I only watched actually like a season of Bleach, so I probably say Rukia as well.
Ooh, here's a good one. Best girl in Overwatch. Who are we picking there?
Nerf this.
There's too many to choose. All waifus.
Yeah, no,
all waifus.
Yeah, all top girls. Hard to choose. Cheers, love.
Cheers. All right. Somebody type an edgy question, then we're going to get the fuck out of here. How many talk about really edgy? Would you ever do a Fairy Tail review? Sure. If I buy Fairy Tail on Blu-ray, I will do a review of that set of Blu-rays I get. But why would I buy
hundreds of episodes?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's like it's hundreds. So I'd have to do it in parts, and I don't want to review Fairy Tail because it's like it's such an easy target at this point. It's like, is there any worth in doing it? I mean, nobody thinks Fairy Tail. Well, that's not true. Most people don't think Fairy Tail is good.
Let's say the comments on your movie would say elsewise. Your movie review.
Valve versus Epic. That's a really good question. Valve versus Epic. I'm gonna go with Epic I like Epic's games more, but Valve is a titan. So like as a company, Valve is unstoppable. But I think they're both at the same place where they've realized that they no longer need to make games, or they need to make multiplayer games. So,
well, yeah, Valve. I mean, when was the last time they released something? Portal 2. I think CS:GO. Yeah,
CS:GO in like 2012. Let me look this up.
CS:GO was 20. Yeah, I think it was 2012.
Space Patrol Luluco, popular short, came out earlier this year.
Yeah, CS:GO was 2012.
Am I ever going to play Shadow of the Colossus? No. Maybe. Not anytime soon. Everyone type in the chat, Alex is a stupid nerd. Jesus. That meme is never going to die. That meme is forever and ever. Keemstar the god. All right. Well, there's not many edgy comments anymore, so I think we're gonna get out of here. Favorite Ava moment. Let's end it with that one. Favorite and Ava moment. Don't say Shinji fapping. I don't know.
If not the opener, then the ending of that movie.
Yeah, the opening of that movie is really, yeah, maybe. Keemstar is the best YouTuber. Okay, we'll end it with that. Yeah, Keemstar is the best YouTuber. Yeah, okay. So this was 30,000 stream. This will be up on YouTube in a couple minutes. Thank you to Cyanide Blizzard for joining me. Go check out his channel. First Impressions, great series. And Keo, thanks to Keo for joining us today. DX gonna suck your cock? No. Jesus. Fucking jeez, come on.
That's edgy enough.
I guess we're ending off on that.
Yeah, that's edgy. Let's get the fuck out of here.